What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Now that Prey is out and I've finally reviewed all 5 movies, it's time to rank all 5 Predator movies from worst to best. So let me know in the comments what your ranking of the Predator movies are. As always, this is just my list and not a definitive ranking. Also, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you like these videos, as it helps me out immensely by getting my content out there. And if you're new here, I hope you consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with more movie related content like ranking videos on a near daily basis. But let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into the list. In last place is The Predator, and I will make this abundantly clear that I actually don't think this one's a bad movie, as I find the first hour or so to be pretty entertaining. It strikes a nice balance between all the thrills we come to expect in a Predator movie, along with having all the usual Shane Blackisms, with these ragtag characters making constant quips and joking around with one another that you have a lot of fun with them. It's by no means the sharpest Shane Black dialogue out there, and it's by no means the most brutal Predator movie out there, but it moves at a fast enough pace that it mostly works. And I say mostly as that last act is what causes it to drop to last place. With this being the result of multiple reshoots, the last 30 minutes or so are plagued by some really shoddy CGI, messy writing, and some disorienting rapid-fire editing that would repeatedly take me out of the moment, and it caused this to end on a bit of a sour note compared to its much stronger first 2/3. It doesn't cause me to hate this movie or even dislike it, but it causes it to become a case of wasted potential. Number 4, Predators, which was brought to us at a time where every major franchise tried to reimagine and reboot everything in a darker, grittier, more self-serious manner. In this case, this used the template of the first movie to tell a darker, grittier, bloodier, more brutal version of that story. Though this time, we throw in multiple Predators and we focus on a bunch of characters who are deeply flawed or flat out unlikable. Now, that tone does cause the movie to shoot itself in the foot, as it does lose a little bit of that sense of fun that made the films before it so enjoyable, but it makes up for that with a lot of heightened, gripping action scenes that make it consistently entertaining. And while the characters aren't the greatest, the fact you have so many talented cast members elevating the material goes a long way. So all in all, it still makes for an entertaining time. Number 3 is Predator 2, probably the most misunderstood movie in this entire list, as it always had the reputation of being pretty bad, but I'm just not seeing where it's coming from. Now, I'm not talking anything on the same level as the original or anything, but it is quality entertainment. For one thing, it does what any sequel should do and go a little bigger than the original, shifting the action from the jungle to the wide open city of LA, which leads to several bloodier interactions with the Predator. Plus, it has a great charismatic lead in Danny Glover, who really showed how badass of an action hero he could be, with his face-offs against the Predator being a lot of fun. Now, the film does stumble a bit due to some tonal inconsistencies and not having quite as memorable of characters as the first film did, but like I said, Danny Glover is really good here and gives this more than enough of a personality to make it not feel emotionally hollow. And once things kick into high gear, once our characters realize what they're up against, the stakes keep increasing and the action becomes more gripping, making for a highly entertaining entry in this franchise. Our runner-up is Prey, a back-to-basics sort of film that manages to offer a fresh and unique spin on the franchise, while also still capturing the essence of what made that first movie so great. As opposed to every other entry in this franchise, now you don't have the Predator facing characters who have all these military-style weapons. And instead, it turns into this gripping battle of wits, as our characters now have to get creative in the way they try outmaneuvering this alien with such high-grade technology. And it becomes a lot of fun, while also heavily playing into some moody horror vibes. But what's the most surprising thing about this is just how heartfelt it can be at times. While the other Predator movies shy away from getting too deep with some of its character work, relying more on the cast performances, this actually gives us characters who we want to root for because of just how endearingly written they are, in addition to the performances all being great, with Amber Midthunder being absolutely fantastic in the lead role. This breathed new life into this franchise, and I hope any further entries are just like this. But in first place is, of course, the original, Predator. Now, what's interesting about this movie is how it's a staple in the monster movie genre and the action genre, but unlike a lot of its contemporaries like Alien or The Thing, this isn't one of those movies that's so memorable because it gives us some deep exploration into meaningful themes while also being entertaining or anything like that. It's just simple, straightforward, and to the point, and that's what makes it so much fun, with it really just being this monster versus these commandos and not much more. It keeps its motivations pretty simple, and it doesn't get too bogged down in exposition for the most part. But because of how much fun it is spending time with these characters with an always great Arnold Schwarzenegger leading the pack, along with the creative nature of the action scenes and some of the fun banter among this group, it winds up going a long way, making it one of those movies that's so memorable while keeping things pretty simple. It's always a blast every time I watch it, it's a classic in a number of genres, and it comes in as my number one of the Predator movies. But let me know what's your ranking of the Predator movies. Did you agree with this list at all? Did you disagree with it? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it. And for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.